Alright, so I want to do some One Piece hot takes, but they get progressively hot. Whitebeard is the strongest Yonko of all time. It depends what Whitebeard we're talking about. If we're talking about Prime Beard, possibly. There can be an argument for that. But if we're talking about Whitebeard with cancer, no. He's like probably the 6th strongest Yonko if he's the Whitebeard with cancer. Without a doubt, Dragon is the biggest fraud in all of One Piece. That is not. A fraud is someone that is stated to have high expectations, then just proceed not to deliver. For example, the serial killers from Sakamoto days. They are considered, I think, fraud. Dragon can't be a fraud if he's done nothing yet. All we've seen Dragon do is set the expectations. Once he fulfills those expectations, then he can be determined a fraud. Till then, he's not a fraud. Plot saved Luffy against their first fight against Lucci. He had no right to win. First of all, Luffy didn't win their first fight. Their first fight was in Water 7, and Luffy got no diffed. This is their second and third fight. Their second fight is when Luffy first fights him on Enies Lobby. Their third fight is when Usopp tells them, get up, win this. So they've had 3 fights before Egghead. And while yes, I think Plot played a little bit into his win, he definitely deserved to win that. In a 1v1, nobody past or present in One Piece defeats Kurona Kainu. I'm not even gonna spend that much time on this. Rocks needs the back. That's all I'm gonna say. I don't know though, like, does he? Because right now all I've seen is him just complain and complain and complain. So, I guess he does have potential. Everyone has potential. Just some more than others. Sabaody is a top 5 One Piece arc. That can be argued. When I catch up with the Egghead, that will determine if Sabaody is a top 5 One Piece arc. Because me personally, I loved Sabaody. And it's definitely in my top 10. Kizuri's introduction is the greatest One Piece character introduction ever. Are we forgetting Kaido? How he fell from the sky. Not saying his introduction was bad, but I do think there are a few ones that are better. Lilith is the baddest female in all of One Piece. Alright, so we went from like serious hot takes to just goon. And what is this photo you use? Enel's the best pre-time skip One Piece villain. I don't know, he's definitely top 3. I think the only other 2 contenders for this would be Crocodile and Magellan. That's it. Zoro slams Big Mom. No, not even close. Current Zoro probably gets like mid-diffed by Big Mom. I do think he puts up a pretty good fight, but he's not at that level where he beats Big Mom. Because let's not forget that bounties are kind of like a resemblance of strength in the way. Zoro's is only 1 billion. Big Mom's was like 4 billion. So he still has some way to go. Also the fact that he's kind of struggled against King, which is definitely weaker than